Alright gang, welcome back to our survival challenge here on New Frontier, and as you can clearly tell, I have spent some money. Now the items we've purchased here, they were all in the used market, but they're all going to be extremely useful, and we're all going to be utilizing these very, very soon. So we got a new mower here, that'll allow us to get a little bit more width when we're doing the mowing, so we're going to I say upgrade, we already upgraded, we're going to sell the one we have. And then this is a slurry tank with a cultivator that will put down the slurry at the same time on the back. So this is going to be pretty useful for us because as we've talked about, right, we're going to be getting water buffalo and more than likely cows as well at the same time. So they both are in the used market. It wasn't too expensive, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and pick those up right now. So I went ahead and did that and just now brought those back. Now a couple other things today. We're going to do is we're obviously going to mow the grass that's been sitting over there waiting for us to mow. It's been ready to harvest for quite a while, so we're going to take care of that. We're also going to take care of a few other things. As a matter of fact, I'm going to flip this around real quick. We're going to sell some stuff. Obviously, we're going to sell this. We're also going to sell our trailer. I'm going to finally buy a trailer for the semi that we purchased. As if you recall, we purchased that semi as well a number of episodes back, but it's just been kind of sitting up at the shop. So we're going to upgrade the trailer for that, which will help us because we are going to need it here very, very soon. So might as well do it now that we have a little bit of money. And I've been doing a little work over towards the greenhouses in our old yard area as well, taking out a lot of trees over there. And I will show you that here momentarily after we're done getting all this back and selling it. And what we're going to do today is attempt to put in some water buffalo today. The pin we're going to put in for them is not cheap. It's a very expensive pin, but that's okay. I do think it's going to look really good where I plan to put it. It is going to be a little bit different from what we had initially talked about. So before we had kind of talked about putting them right next to where the sheep are. Kind of had a rethink on that. I kind of want to make a bit of a different approach or a different plan for the water buffalo cows and really the sheep. We're going to be moving the sheep. Not probably this episode, but in the near future, we're gonna get a new sheep area as well. Something a little bit nicer than just an open air pen with a little bit of a fence around it, right? So protect them a little bit more. So we're going to work on that in the next couple episodes. We're going to work on trying to build all that area up and try to make it look a little bit better than it currently does. Now, what I probably should have did, and I didn't, was service all of this stuff before I brought it up here, but that's all right. We'll waste a few extra dollars on it. Not a big deal. So how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Today's going to be a good day, gang. It's going to be a real good day. 34 bucks. I'm not that concerned about 34 and $4. I'm not concerned about that at all. Alright, so we'll sell that. And we'll sell that. Perfect. And we want to buy... Ooh, there's a small tractor right here. Not really something we're probably going to want right now, honestly. The square baler, though, that might be something we consider. I'm not gonna buy it for now, but that might be something we consider. So we want semi trailers. Which one do we want here? Probably this one. I mean, this one's fine, but $95,000 isn't. I mean, we're still gonna have $300,000. So, you know, I mean, I guess I could go for the big dog here. I don't necessarily know if we need that big of one, though. We'll go with the Crampy. Let's see, what colors we got here? Gray, we just changing the tires, yeah. I like the black, I think. Let's go with the black. 95. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get a worker. Create a job. Probably need to get out of it. And set destination. I'm just going to have the worker bring the tractor back in the vicinity at least. They're not blocked by an object. You're good. Thank you. Alright. Let's get into our semi here. Now, all that equipment I brought back, we are going to need to service it. I'd also like to modify and move where our service station currently is and actually put in something a little bit more realistic than just a couple pallets in the forest, right? So maybe put something in, maybe even put in that building right there that we have up here at the main shop, right? Maybe even put that building in, but I would like to do something like that. This thing's going to be great, though, whenever we need to actually come up and sell something. Now, obviously, we're probably going to be doing a lot less, I would think, selling at the main shop here area. We'll probably be doing a lot of putting in our own productions and our own selling points, but there will be some certain situations where it is absolutely best to sell it at the shop, so having this is going to be extremely helpful for us. And then realistically, what we'll likely do is eventually get one for pallets as well. Right now, we have pretty much everything on selling, but once we start actually working towards a situation where we have a lot of productions that are, you know, producing pallets for us, we'll take care of that as well then. So let's just drive this up here for now. I'm going to leave all these kind of out in the open right now, which is a little bit messy, but again, we're going to work towards trying to put down some kind of a service station somewhere in here once I kind of get a better idea. So while the worker's coming back here, let's walk over here and I'll show you kind of my thoughts, my ideas here, and really what I've accomplished off camera, which was getting rid of a lot of trees more than anything. You can probably kind of see it from here, or there's still some trees down on the ground that I need to pull in, but this area over here by the sawmill has opened up tremendously. Big, massive open area here now. So, what I'm kind of thinking about doing here, gang, and let me just get into the construction view, the bird's eye view, the best I can do for it at least. So, I'm going to keep, you know, dwindling away here, trying to get rid of all these trees out of here. We're still waiting for this sawmill to be completely empty, and we're going to sell it. This one's going to continue to have stuff in it. But we're going to kind of focus, trying to get all these trees down and pushed into a sawmill somewhere so we can open up this area. This area is probably going to turn into a field, honestly. We're going to have some greenhouses here like I already have, maybe one more here, and then another row like this, and that's going to probably be the extent of the greenhouses on the farm. I don't want to go too heavy on greenhouses since we do have a heavy emphasis on greenhouses in the Survive 25 series, on Farm 1 at least. So we'll do that for a little bit. We'll get those knocked out. Maybe we get those knocked out today. Who knows? It's going to be a busy day today, let's put it that way. And then what I'm thinking about doing here is actually modifying. So the sheep are here, right? And we had talked about it for a long time. I was going to put the water buffalo here. Still might do that, but I'm kind of leaning towards a little bit of a change there. And I kind of want to think about putting the water buffalo in a building here going this way. And then maybe knock down some of these trees and put the sheep here. And just have it kind of running with the road here a little bit. I think that might be a better approach for us. It's not very flat back here. I tried to run some tests, and it's not very flat back here. So I'm not feeling very confident about putting the water buffalo there, if that makes any sense. Because I talked about I want to put a pretty big complex in. Not something tiny and small like the current sheep we have. And it's a good time to start thinking about moving the sheep as well, because they finally have run out of those bales that I had sitting out front. They still have plenty of meadow grass. I'm not too concerned with them. But they do have a lot of meadow grass that they can chew through here for the next couple of episodes. So, we'll probably hold off on installing a new place for them, at least for a little while. Okay, so first things first here. Let's get all of the mowing stuff all set up here. We're going to service the mower and everything as well, because we're going to get started on the mowing here soon enough. I'll probably get a worker doing a little bit of it while we kind of work on putting down a new area for the water buffalo. I want to get the water buffalo in today. I feel like we have enough stuff that we could probably do the water buffalo today. We probably will need something to make TMR, though. We don't have anything about that yet. We're probably going to put down maybe some kind of production for that. Not positive about that statement either. We'll kind of look into it, but that's kind of where I'm heading, or where I'm leaning towards, is putting down a production of some sort that will allow us to make TMR versus, you know, getting one of those TMR trailer-like things, if that makes any sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I need to move this trailer out of the way. Hold on just a second here. Let me drop that off. It might be the least elegant way to move this trailer, but we're going to move it untraditionally here. We're going to attach it to the front. And it's just going to be kind of in the middle here, and that's fine. All this is going to be put away soon enough, so just bear with it for a little bit. We're just doing this now so we can get things going, if you will. Okay, so Let's hook the front of this. We're going to go service this really quick. Then I'm going to set a worker off. After I get kind of a pass done on the mowing, I'm going to set a worker on that, and then we're going to start working on the water buffalo over here in this region. I'll show you what I'm talking about and what I'm kind of thinking about. It's going to cost a pretty penny here. Repair 62, 1,428. That actually wasn't too bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. You know what? I should probably just service the tractor while we're here, too. What am I thinking? I'm already here. Service the tractor. Perfect. Alright, so let's unfold that. We'll unfold this. Got to be careful to try our best not to kill the crop over here on the right, if at all possible. Nope, 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 nope. So this is going to be extremely helpful. I mean, we've got a lot of just weeded grass around here too, right? So this is going to be a huge help to us, having the extra width of the mowing here. Eventually, we might try to even upgrade even this mowing setup to an even bigger mowing setup. But we'll see. Alright, so what else? So, a lot of you have been mentioning, you know, a little bit of concern with the sugarcane that I put in and how difficult it is to harvest it by one person, and you're right, it is very difficult. It's okay. We're going to give it a shot anyway. If it turns out to be way too difficult and we can't get it to work, we'll, you know, we can just scratch the idea, scrap it all together. It's not that big of a deal. We'll waste a little bit of money, but given the amount of trees we have and the sawmills that we're pumping through now, it's not really that big of a concern anymore, to me. I feel like we're already at a point now where we've kind of succeeded in this series to an extent, as far as the survival aspect goes, right? We're making enough money now. But there's still a lot to do in this series, so we're not going to end it anytime soon here. We've got a while to go here. I want to get a lot of other things accomplished. Given the fact that we've got some money here, we can, you know, utilize that to our advantage and try to knock out some of the bigger stuff that I want to do. Some things that other series is just never going to happen on, right? It's going to be able to be possible here. So, all right, AI, let's see. Work the headlands off. Perfect. And there you go. Do your thing. I don't know which way they're going to go. Don't really care. All right, they're going to go up and down that way. That's fine. Whatever. All right, so that's done. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? We probably need to do a quick auto-save here. Okay. So, construction. This is it. I already had it popped up here. This is the one I want to put in. It's big. It's very, very big. I think something like this actually will look really good. And, you know, obviously we're going to move the area there for us to be able to service our vehicles like I talked about, but I think this is going to be a very, very good spot for this. I just don't want to make it too close to our little buying area there. How's that look? I'm kind of afraid that that might have been a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that a little bit. It's not the straightest area. Oh, that's really bad. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix this now. It's looking like it's gonna actually let me fix it, which I was afraid it wasn't going to let me. I mean, I don't really care about a little bit of a hill. That doesn't really bother me that much. It really doesn't, truly. As long as I can get most of this flat going into, you know, where we're going to be driving around in, it doesn't really bother me too much. It looks like it's going to be a problem right here, though. It's not going to let me do it right here. I wish they gave me the option here for this to, you know how if we're doing, for example, if we're doing like paint or whatever, right? We have the option to do free mode or whatever, right? If you can see it there in the menu. I wish they gave us that option for this, for the softening, right? And that way I could just do whatever I wanted to do no matter what, but it does not allow you to do that, so... I just want to walk over here. I want to see with my own eyes how this is. If it's too big of an incline here, we're going to have to kind of change plans here. But it doesn't seem like it's that bad. I mean, it's definitely an incline. You can definitely see it. It's not perfect by any means whatsoever. But I do not think it's going to be that bad. I really don't. I really, really don't. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna roll with it. Never going to be perfect no matter what you do, so... Yep, we're going to roll with it. I'm happy. I'm happy enough. So we're going to roll with that and be happy with it. Alright, so, let's see. Let's turn on this so I can figure out where I'm going to buy some animals at. I had thought about actually buying them up at the main area and then carting them down here. But I think we'll just buy them outright here, pay the extra fee just to have them delivered here automatically for us, and then we'll actually physically move the sheep out of their pen into the new one we decide to put over here, or wherever we decide to put it. Somewhere in this vicinity. This is going to be kind of our animal area now. I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we want water buffalo. I kind of want some big dogs here. I want them to reproduce. Now, it only holds 150, so I could outright right now buy all 150, right? Would leave us with pretty much no money, but I could buy all of them right now if I wanted to. We're not going to do that. We want them to reproduce a little bit, so we'll buy a decent amount, but it's not going to be 150. Not even that many. I'm thinking more like maybe 30-ish. Yeah, I'm good at 30. Let's buy 30. Okay. 30 water buffalo are in. So they should be reproducing here. We've got to get them some stuff, though. We've got to get them some straw, some, you know, food. There's all kinds of stuff we got to get here. We're going to be getting milk out of these guys. It's going to be good. We'll get slurry, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I guess this is where you get the milk at, right? So I guess that makes sense. Now, I don't know if it's going to spawn pallets of it or if I can just pick it up with a tanker. I have no idea. But either way, we'll figure it out. Okay, so how's the worker doing here? Still a little ways to go, I should say, but not terrible. We need to, might be beneficial to pick this up, actually. But we really need another tractor. It's time to get a second tractor. I talked about that. I said we're getting close, and we're pretty much at that point now, is where we need a second tractor. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but it needs to be something that we can utilize to move all the bales around, right? We've got all these bales to move. Problem is, I don't have a whole lot of tractors that are inexpensive. We've got these Massey Fergusons down here, but we really want something that can at least do a couple of things around the farm. That would not be it. Challengers are not going to work because you don't have the ability to do a front loader on them. We need something that we can do a front loader with. The Vultra or the John Deere might be the way to go here. I think the Vultra is the way to go. I think that's what we're going to get. Let's see. Wide tires and weights. You know I love my wide tires, gang. We do want the front loader on that. What color do we want? We've got a green one. I'm okay with blue. I might change it from the Vultra blue to a different blue, though. I do like this. I don't know. I don't even know what you would call that. The Bachmann blue, I guess. That's the blue I do like. It's kind of a darker shade of blue, almost a slight teal-ish color to it. I like that. I'm good with white, I think. White's fine. Okay, we already have the front loader. I don't think we need two front. We already have a front loader for our Doltzfar. I don't think we need two. I think we can utilize the same one. I think it's going to be very odd or very rare whenever there be a situation. And I bought the wrong one. We need a Hauer. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess I'll have to go buy that. I just wasted a little bit of money. I swear it was a quickie. Evidently it was a Hauer. I should have looked at that first. That was a mistake on my part, but it is what it is. Customize. We want Hauer. Okay. These is the $83,000. It is enough to buy this harvest or this square baler here. But again, we talked about putting down a production, right? So we might not even want that. We might want to switch it out and get... I'm going to hold off for right now. Because we might want to switch it out and get like a loading wagon or something like that because... Yeah, because, you know, if we can get that, we can just go and unload it directly into the production we're going to utilize. It's going to make it into silage or whatever, TMR. Whatever it is we decide to do, right? So, yeah, let's hold off on that for right now. We got to get the TMR production going here pretty quickly, though. We don't have a whole lot of silage today. What we might end up having to do is just buy some stuff for them for this episode, because we might just run out of time. Now, besides harvesting that field that the worker is actively doing, we don't have anything else to do today. We are going to do a second application of fertilizer here, even though there's not much that's going to be needed, and we'll put down another application of fertilizer on that as well. We may even also start to expand this and make another field out of this too. Don't know for sure yet on that statement, but it's a big day, gang. We spent a lot of money. We spent, at this point, over $300,000 right now. That's a lot of money. All right, we're going to move this kind of out of the way, like I talked about, right? We're going to move it elsewhere. Get it out of the middle of the road here. I think I'll just put it over here for right now. Again, this will be temporary, but it'll at least be out of the way, which is the most important thing. I like this vulture, man. This is, it's a little loud, but I like it. I like it. Easy to handle. Alright, they finished their task. That's fine. I don't know how much they're going to need straw-wise. Let's just get some straw out. I really don't know. I hay, silage, grass, total mixed rations. They really need total mixed rations because we got the big ones, right? So we probably should have bought small ones, honestly, in hindsight. Yeah, it is what it is. So bear with me for a little bit while I still have all the icons on here. Just want to leave them on for a brief period here while we make sure we kind of figure out where we're going with this stuff. No? Is that where you put the straw? Okay, where do I put the straw? Where do I put the straw? I have no idea where I'm supposed to put the straw, gang. I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to put the straw at. I mean, that's the manure. Okay, weird. I have no idea. No clue. I guess I'll just leave them there for right now until I figure it out. Perhaps somebody... Maybe I figure it out before the end of the episode, but if not, perhaps somebody knows in the comments. But that's, I'm confused about that. Anyway, we do have some grass bales in our shed here, as you can tell, right? So we're going to utilize those here pretty quickly to start making some TMR. I don't know. Weird. Okay, so let's see here. We've got to make some TMR here. We really need to make silage, though, right? We need silage first. And then grass and hay can go in there, which we can make hay right now. We've got plenty of grass. Grass is not a problem. So here's our silage factory. Where do I want to put this at? All right, so I decided to go with putting it down here, gang. I think it's a good spot back here, actually. I don't think we're really going to expand too much further that way. And it looks well. It works well, rather, I should say. It looks well. It works well. The trigger thing here is slightly in the air a little bit, but it's not going to bother it because we're going to be jumping it from so high up. It shouldn't be a big deal at all. Not floating, anything like that. I think it looks good. So we're going to go with that there. Now, this thing is fantastic. If you have not utilized it yet, it is a fantastic piece of mod. It is the silage factory. That's what it's called. Inside of it, you can make hay from the grass. You can make chaff into silage. You can make grass into silage, and you make straw into silage. So it's a fantastic production. Highly recommend picking it up. It has a massive, massive storage. So we're going to utilize that to make our hay as well, because it's going to save us time and money. Now, the worker did finish, so I had the worker come up here because they ended up stopping in the middle of our crop field there. I didn't want to take over there because we'd kill the crop, because we do have crop destruction on. There's a little bit remaining over here to clean up, so we're going to do that really quickly. So if we can't figure out how to get the straw in there, maybe the straw isn't supposed to go in there, but it says straw on there, so I would assume that straw is going to need to go in there. But anyway, if for whatever reason we cannot figure out how to get that to work, we can just take the straw and put it into our brand new silage barn, and it'll turn into silage for us, right? So evidently I did not turn the back ones on. Weird. Swore I did, but evidently not. So there's a little bit of touch-up work here to do that the worker missed on, and obviously this area that I'm mowing right now is not technically a field. This is just extra grass. So we're just going to take care of that really quick as well. So I am thinking that we are going to go the approach of getting a loading wagon of some sort. So we're probably going to sell our baler, our wrapper, all of that. Well, we're definitely going to sell the wrapper. We don't need the wrapper anymore. There's literally no point to have that now that we have that barn. So we're going to do that as well. So that's going to give us a little bit of money back. But then we're going to proceed to utilize all that money we get back from selling those pieces of equipment into purchasing a loading wagon to pick up all of this. We will keep the windrower. There's no reason not to have the windrower at this point. Now, hopefully we'll be able to get a decent-sized windrower. I'm not sure that we will, honestly. The odds are low, I would think. Did I say windrower or loading wagon? Decent sized loading wagon. Forage wagon, whatever. You know what I meant. Alright, so this is all done, so we can go ahead and put all this stuff away. I left the Vulture in the worst spot possible there, didn't I? That's alright. So I'm gonna put these away, and we'll get the baler and the bale wrapper out. Probably gonna have to utilize both tractors to get those up to the shop. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hook one to the front and actually drive it properly, unfortunately. Although I'd like to, I just don't think it's going to happen. Be very, very difficult to drive those with the one attached to the 3-point at the front, right? So it looks like this doesn't really need any service at all, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I know we're going to waste wrap. I get that. That's all right. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Tiny bit of waste is not that big of a deal. Target is unreachable. What? That one should 100% be reachable. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to do it myself. All right, I'll get these up there, gang. Give me a few minutes. We'll get them up there. All right, we got them both up there. Just 12 o'clock just hit, so we got a little bit more money out of the sawmills there, or the greenhouses, whatever it may have been. So let's go ahead and repaint this. And then this is going to give us a good, pretty penny back. 46,978. That's definitely going to be helpful. Evidently I didn't repair. Yeah, the repair wasn't much. That's what it was. Uh-oh, we popped an achievement. Fix me up. Should consider a membership card. Okay. Probably for repairing so many things. Spending so much money in repairing stuff. Alright. That'll give us 22, so that's still going to be pretty nice. Alright, so we're going to be up to 91,000. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send a worker on sending back a tractor back here for us. I just had to modify it a little bit from what I did. Target's unreachable. It must have been that I was putting it in an area there was like a tree or something, who knows, but once I modified it a little bit, it was perfectly fine. Just run right into the tractor. That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just keep pushing it out of the way. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Idiot. Anyway. Let's see. I can't believe I just witnessed that. What the hell was that? Alright, so we've got $91,000. It's not a lot of money. It's really not. We probably want to get something like this, but we do have this one, which is a mod. It does allow you to have a pretty large capacity. I don't think we really need that big of a capacity. 260M, that's super unrealistic. So 26 for 50, or 77 for 20. Ooh, 26,000, or 26. I'm sorry, $50,000 for 26 liters, 26,000 liters. So it's the same thing as this one, except it's a little bit cheaper. So we'll go with that one. Put some Michelins on there. Normal capacity, no silage additives. Normal capacity with silage additives. I like the silage additives. I think it's going to help us. Let's see, what color do we want here? You know, let's go with a green. Let's go with like a dark forest green here. Green and black? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we got the lighter green here. Ew, I don't really like that one. We'll go with the army green. Yeah, we'll go with the army green. Puke green, basically. Let's go with that one. Alright, that gives us a little bit of wiggle room as well, so that's good. I'll take that. Gives us 39, almost 40 grand, which is good. Now, one thing we're kind of ignoring, and we've been ignoring for a number of episodes, and we need to stop doing that here very soon, is the loan, right? It's not a big loan. It's not that big of a deal, but I do want to go ahead and get it paid off if at all possible. I'm not going to worry about buying silage additives up here. I'll just buy them from our buying silo. Good. All right. I will see you back at the farm. All right, we're back here. I got the windrower out here, so we're gonna get this going and get this taken care of. We're gonna need to service this windrower here pretty quickly. Here, you can see it's getting pretty damaged here because we just did service this tractor. So we get the windrower going though, then we can go ahead and jump straight into the Vulture there and start picking up all of the grass here. And we're gonna take this grass and we're gonna directly put it straight into our new production over there. It's a fantastic production, man. It's really, really good. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna have to kind of consider and think about the TMR stuff, right? So we probably don't have enough really to do any TMR today. So what we're likely gonna have to do, at least temporarily, is kind of put in a, well, put the silage in there, and you know, maybe some grass and some hay by itself without it being TMR, right? Just hold them over maybe, and maybe we utilize day 2 here in May. We haven't done that in a bit. We've been just kind of skipping from months to month because we really haven't had to, right? We haven't had a situation with harvesting and there's a bunch of rain or anything like that. Having said that, rain is in the forecast today, but what we're doing, it does not, you know, stop us or prevent us from doing anything when it rains, right? It's not like we're harvesting the crop field where we're going to utilize, or, well, I say utilize, we're going to lose any kind of yield, right? So it's not as big of a concern. I really like the way that that is coming out over there, though. I think it's going to be really good to have a little bit of a you know, an animal area over there near the greenhouses, and then eventually when we get all these trees down, my true goal is these fields here, as I've talked about for many episodes, pretty much since the beginning. These fields are going to be crop fields. I still have a full plan to do all these as crop fields, but once we get all the trees down going this way, we're going to make that kind of our grass field for, you know, our water buffalo, for our sheep, any other animal potentially that we get that might want to utilize grass or silage or whatever. All going to be over in that vicinity. That's kind of the plan right now. Trying to kind of make a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for here? A complex, yeah, I guess complex it will work. A bit of a complex, you know, that would make sense on a farm, right? You would have your animals together. You'd have a grass field near it. Your crop fields can really be anywhere. You can drive to those, right? You don't have to, it doesn't have to be close by. Grass field, technically, this doesn't have to be close by either, but it would be easier to have it close by in most instances when you're doing bales and things like that. Having said that, we're going away from bales now, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but let's get to work, gang. All right, well, we are done with the field there, gang. Everything's unloaded into here. We need to do a little bit more work in this area of kind of expanding out maybe some of the asphalt, the gravel, whatever, to try to make that look a little bit more realistic there, because we're going to be driving around that quite a lot. So let's park the Vulture here for just a second. Now, we've got a decent amount of hay in there and a decent amount of silage. I don't think this one requires water. I'm not seeing water anywhere. So I think what we're going to do is... Actually, just going to park this back here a little bit. It's going to be kind of in the way for a little bit, but I'll put it away later on. Might even, once we actually have this area whole sorted out a little bit more, right, for our new animal section, have some kind of a shed, obviously. Probably take the place of this one more than likely, since we're not really going to be rocking bales anymore. Where I can put in, you know, some of our grass stuff over here, which will open up more room over there. I think that makes a lot of sense. So I think what we're going to do here, and I don't know if they're going to actually utilize it or not, but we're just going to unload all the bales here. And since the straw's not going in there, I really don't know what to do with it. So let's grab the grass and make sure that the grass can go in there, because maybe I'm just putting it in the wrong spot. But I looked at the icons, right? We walked all the way around. I didn't see anywhere else that it would go, and you would think it would go there anyway, right? Because that's where the cows are hanging out, looking for food. Well, I accepted the grass, no problem, but it's not accepting the straw, so... I don't know. I think that's enough grass in there for right now, honestly. For the reason, the straw does not go in there, though. It's up on the top on conditions for straw. So, like, do I need to get a, straw... What do you call it? I don't know, it's like a machine, basically, that chops the straw up and shoots it into there? Maybe that's what I need to do. You all probably know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the word of it. I might look into that between now and the next episode, because we are definitely going to be doing a May Day 2. We just got a lot still left to do here, and we're pretty far along in this episode, so we're definitely going to do a May Day 2. May Day 2 being that we are going to do the fertilization applications everywhere. We're also going to work on the grass field here. I said we were going to kind of start expanding, maybe either making another field or at least prep it in preparation to expand this field. One of the two. That's definitely going to happen. All right, let's utilize our new semi here. We have $52,000. We might be able to get something for TMR, but I'm gonna have to look. Right, we're gonna have to look. I also stopped the windrower there because we need to service that. I talked about that already, right? So we're gonna service that up as well. Well, it just allowed me to put it in back here, evidently. There we go. Oh, man, it's picking up the whole entire semi. I think it's the roof. I think it's the size of this and the roof. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. Alright, there's not enough silage in there, really. They want a little bit of hay as well. Well, they want total mixed rations. But for now, we can put that in there. As far as the TMR stuff goes, so we've got these forage mixers. I guess we could get this one, I guess. It's not a very big one. But really, you want bales if you're going to be doing this, right? I'm going to go get the hay out of there. We're going to put the hay in here just to hold them over. And, I mean, they're going to be fine because we're still going to be in the same month, right? So they're not going to have any kind of, you know, it's not going to be harming them to wait to do the TMR within the next episode. So let's get the hay. We'll unload the hay in here, and then I think we're going to leave the episode at that point with a lot still to do in May Day 2. Alright, perfect. As long as I don't go too close to it, it'll be fine. It can accept it. So there we go. I've got a little bit of hay, a little bit of silage, a little bit of grass in there. They can hold off, or I can hold off the buffalo conditions for a little while. They're eating it. They're happy. That's all that matters. We've got a lot to do, though, right? We've got a lot to do still that we talked about doing. We've got to put down a new area for our maintenance shed. We've got to service all kinds of stuff, all the new equipment we got. Brand new barn here with some water buffalo in it. Fantastic, man. I love it. All right, we're going to leave the episode at that point, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button for me. Helps me out an absolute ton. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. We're on our way, gang. I said I wanted to do water buffalo. We've got them in. We've got to get some more stuff done to get them up to speed. But otherwise, very productive, very good episode. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.